It's warm! If I tilt the camera down slightly, there we go, because for some reason, after my stream on Friday, the camera glitched out and decided it was constantly on and also not on at all, so it forgot that it existed, and, well, clearly I fixed it. Anyway, it's 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and it is bitterly, beverly warm. I am many flavours of heat, and yet here I am choosing to stramb anyway, and full disclosure, I don't expect anyone to actually turn up to this, because, like, my usual streams don't get any viewership, so why should this one? On a completely different, unannounced time of day. Well, actually, that said, I did explore the possibility. I mentioned it on Discord, like, hey, I might explore streaming on other days of the week, and people were like, okay, maybe don't do that, and I'm like, screw it, I'll do it anyway. So here I am. This is me, and also fully expecting no one to combine. I will even take the time to be in a Discord channel on the off chance that someone wants to join me. I know that Joff can't, because they are currently in Iceland, like literally the country that is Iceland, which, that was unexpected. Like, it's kind of frustrating, because, like, Iceland is relatively near the UK. Why don't you come over and visit? But they are icing it up. So why shouldn't we also? So let's make, like, the Billy of tea and go to the Crown Tundra. I'm fairly sure that's what that did famously in that song, right? I did recently add that to my Spotify playlist, though, so, like, and I've never actually heard it in full, but I do like what I have heard. Anyway, so oh yeah, this is where we left off last time. Well, there's no need to worry about that. We'll be finding some more Digletts later on, but I want to actually do some goodness, and the reason why I'm flying to Wedgehurst, not directly to the Crown Tundra, is that Wedgehurst has a Prime Minister, and by that I mean a train station, so I'm going to go to a Pokemon Center first because I wanted to go to a Pokemon Center first. I don't know if I made that part clear. I just want to check the lottery. That is all. That said, I should probably look through my items because I suspect we may have a lot of Pokemon catch to happen in this. Ooh. Yeah, Mickey. And he is a sweet boy. So yay, we got milk. Got milk? Milk is a good healing item. Like, I know no one's here, and I know no one cares, but they did sort of rejiggle the balancing of potions over the generations. I want to say it was either Gen 6 or Gen 7 where they changed it, where Super Potion was originally 50 and now it's 60, and I'm sure there were others that changed too, but anyway, 1 Time Ball, 93 Quick Balls. For once, the Dusk Balls will be useless to me. We only have 23 Ultra Balls. Well, that's sad. Don't mind me just sorting out my entire bag. I should probably at least consider... Oh, this has to happen. Earthquake is a dang good move. Caesar, please, come into your own. Right. Yeah, you don't need Zen Headbutt. You don't need double representation of Psychicosity. And even then, I'm hoping that this stream will be the one in which Caesar finally gets to evolve. This is also tempting, because it's 85 power, it's effective power, every phone in the vicinity just explodes. Yeah, that's a good, that's an upward steppy. He make and big steppy. Yeehaw. The move High Horsepower slightly offends me because I hate the noise that, what's it called? Mudbray. I hate its cry, and also that's a terrible pun. Now, Liquidation. Is that worth giving to Caesar? So this is just the Caesar sexification hour, apparently. Which is a great way to introduce a stream. 90, 85, never mind, you keep surf. Yeah, the TR didn't break because I didn't technically use it. Throat Chop. should I give this to someone? Because Throat Chop is a not terrible move. Oh. Well then, Mickey, you can punch people in the thoot. And I think technically I probably could have got that from a move relearner and then used the TR on Polly, but it's whatever. Yeah. I tend to be hesitant around moves with, like, low to medium accuracy, so I will keep one distance from that. Polly. Is Sludge Wave worth your time? I don't think it is, but we'll have a look anyway. You currently have Poison Jab. Oh. Well, this is a step up. Clearly, if I'd bothered to do this before fighting Europe Skello 8 in that one episode, then I would have had an easy... to be fair, to my credit, I got a lot closer to winning than it looks like I did. I know that Gunk Shot is a better poison move, but low accuracy, so I'm a bit against. Iron Head, is this gonna be worth Greta's time? I'm guessing probably not, but it's worth a look. 80, Oh, well, this is just 10 better in every regard. I was gonna get rid of Brave Bird, but then again, it's powerful, so you know. These are the thoughts you have to think when you train Poke and Men. Which is clearly the... Oh, Flash Cannon. Urias, you can finally have something that isn't Ice-type so you can diversify your portfolio. Right, so... Astonish, probably not worth keeping. If I have a TR or a TM for Hex, I should probably put that in. Anyway, Ice Beam can stay. Ants can stay. I think I'll get rid of Avalanche. Which just reminds me of 50-50, the game show. And... No, thank you, Death Sniper, but thank you for dropping in. But no. I am not that way inclined. Do I have literally anything else that's worth putting on anyone? Iron Defense, you know I don't. Ooh, Muddy Water. Ooh. Nah. Overheat, skills. No, that's too... I can't with strategy. Iron Tail. 75 accuracy, though? Really? Dang. Encore, Endure. Side Shock, not strong enough for my... That could be tempting, but again, it's a strategy situation. And that's tempting as well, dang it, game. Show me something that I will, like, give me an attack I cannot possibly disregard. My Phantom Force, I've managed to get quite a bit of use out of in Ultra Moon. Ah, Hex, but for some reason Urias can't learn it. Oh, okay then. And I suspect that the rest of the... Icicle... Nah, Icicle Spear not worth it. I think I've basically covered all of the bases that are worth covering, because generally TMs are not as good as TRs when it comes to the moves they teach. So I think we're more or less done here. So be it. On that note, having checked the lotted Regi... Oh yeah, I was going to buy some Ultra Balls just in case, because goodness knows. I don't know what goodness knows. How many could I buy in theory? 550, that's a little bit extra. 67, why not? Brings us up to 90. A good number. A good, healthy number. It's actually not a good number because it's 100 away from a forbidden number, so don't do that. Right, I could take the train, but why when I can just fly directly to Freezington? That being said, is it not more worth flying straight to one of these? Because we need to find that tree, for one thing. I think that's going to be our next main priority. But then again... Actually, no. I'm going to... I'll have to go through the path to the peak. No, I'll fly to this one. Because one of the shrines, one of the Regi shrines is on that slope. And today shall be the day that I attempt to take on the children. And by the children, I of course mean the Regis. And if there's time, then sure, I will progress onto the legendary birds, except not. Why is there just a random double out here? how dare you exist in a place that makes a vague amount of sense for your species? And I'm immediately getting sidetracked because... What am I... Is that a Hitmonlee? I think? Well, fine. Caesar, you're not evolved yet, but you could probably poke a hole or two in its face. Perforate it like a piece of paper. Really test my pop filter. Oh, it is a Hitmonlee. I forget if I have one of those on this. Because I vaguely remember that in order to evolve one, you have a Tyrogue that has to evolve where... Like, if its attack is better than its defense, then it goes one way, and if its attack is less than its defense, it goes the other way between Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, and if they're equal, it becomes Hitmontop. And I don't know, that seems like, to me, that seems like it would be a really tricky thing to try to actually finesse. Like, I would just level one up and see which way it goes and live with it. And, or just catch a Hitmonlee that's already a Hitmonlee. Just a thought. Would save everyone a lot of hassle. Also, its legs look like bendy straws. You're welcome for this perspective. Caesar, give him some sort of mental 12. You know, mental 12. That did not do as much as I was hoping it would. Well, dang. The battlefield got weird. The Pokémon started kissing. The birds are twerking. Now, if this is a purple steam cloud stroke... yeah, there we go. I was going to say, because the den had one of those purple glows rather than one of the red ones, so you would have thought that this would be a difficult time. And yet it's taken until now for it to summon any Dickens whatsoever. Everything 130? Well, fine. Have chocolate biscuits on toast. I feel like that could almost work. Because, like, double carbohydrogen? Actually, carbohydrate, because it ends in 8. Doesn't that mean that it's got oxygen in it as well? Or I might be misremembering. I don't know. I did A-level chemistry. It wasn't a fun time. I did not vibe with the teacher. And even with Helping Hand, that only took 2 notches off the barrier meter, and I am sad and offended. I'm so offendy, call me Matahari. Ah, you did a thing that don't. Now please, quick attack Eevee. Or max strike, or, yeah, you know what, whatever. Caesar can take it, he's a tough boyo. He doesn't even realize he's in a battle yet. Or maybe he does, I don't know. One day, and hopefully that day is today, Caesar, you will receive your just deserts. In the meantime, I have a Discord notification, and it is presumably nothing of consequence because I can't see it without clicking. And now's not the time for flicking. Yes, give me your bendy straw legs so I can dip you in a bath, and then your legs can be like... And then you drink through your knees, because that's just how you look. I'm hoping, by the way, not that anyone's watching, that I've addressed all of the audio issues that we had in the last stream, where, like, it wasn't bad, but I know that I could have been louder, the game could have been quieter, so I've addressed both of those. And also I've put, like, a little extra box between the microphone and my fan, because the fan has to be on, it is sweltering in here, but watching the previous stream on double speed, it sounded very, like my voice was very woobly, so hopefully that's been dealt with, but I can promise exactly no things. It can kick from any position, even if it's standing still, even if it has no legs. Who's a kickboxer? I'm gonna name him after a Sebastian, and then I will leave it to you, lovely people, to guess which one. It's a good, strong name. It's a name you could take out of the progress and just smack someone flupstrive the sneds with. And who cares that I'm not speaking words? There's no one here to tell me not to. And Mickey continues to be the daddiest of boys. Yes. Punch this cute little insect in the throat. That was needlessly cruel. I'm living for it. And I mentioned on Discord that last night, well, it was more like this morning, somewhere between last night and this morning, I had a dream that was basically like half of a lost episode of Father Ted. And I'm only going to share this anecdote if people actually watch this stream. And at the moment, my expectations are low. Also, how do repels even work in this game? Because, like, random encounters don't work the way they do in older Pokemon games, which I prefer how they work in Generation 8, but still, hi, you're large. And you're pointy. Angle Dragon, yeah. I think I caught one on the Isle of Armor, so I don't need your ass. Or the rest of you, for that matter. Anything fun happening over here? A lot of XP candy. Does the game just expect you to be low-leveled or something? Because, like, they literally have the fight with Peony at the very beginning to make sure that you're of the correct level to even come to the Crown Tundra in the first place. And yet, it's just like, hey, have some sweets, have some Viagra, have some drugs. And I have too many. Game, why you give me all these things? Oh, we actually do have someone here after all. Some people do care about my salubrious gembrications of Tnelv. T''Nelv. Well, bear slightly with, and I will regale you accordingly. So, walk together with a living crystal of snow. And I'm going to guess that Urius counts as too many crystals of snow. Okay, it does. Okay. In that case, my second guess is Cryogonal, because there's loads of those locally, and soup. By the way, Calyrex, how are your buttons? Can I check your summary? Can I unweave you? Huh. Well, okay then. Continues to be a cool and friendly boy. And why, yes, I named this Cryogonal after myself, but also after Tess from Junior Eurovision. And apparently that was correct. And also, there's something I want to try at the Steel Shrine, because previously I was like, oh, clearly I need a Pokemon that knows metal sound, and I'm like, maybe I should have tried whistling first? Was that too many to ask? Alright. Fairly sure I recently gave a Pokemon a move that could actually inflict paralysis, as I used to pronounce it. Yeah, so Caesar, this might actually kind of be your fight. Hooray. Okay, so, this dream I had that was a lost episode of Father Ted. So, it opened on the inside of the Craggy Island parochial house. And Father Ted was on the phone to someone, and we didn't know who he was on the phone to, and I don't think he did either. And he made some sort of, like, deliberately terrible joke, like, oh, yes, well, we're gonna be having an orgy at the parochial house later. And obviously he was joking. The whole point was that he was just kidding. And then the camera pans out, and it turns out that the guy on the other end of the phone was actually Father Dick Byrne. And he was like, oh, you're going to be having an orgy later. Oh, I'll turn up to that, and then I will report it to the relevant authorities. Until further notice, I guess, have another King's Rock. And then, like, he hung up the phone, and... Ooh. And don't mind me just looking at potential things to give to Caesar. Yeah, Twisted Spoon. And then maybe later I'll give him a Poison Barb, because he'll become poison later down the line. Anyway, so he phones Dick Byrne back, and He's like, hey, that was just a joke. There's not going to be an actual orgy at the parochial house. And all I remember is that the camera zooms out, and it turns out that Dick Byrne and his Dougal is like that they're both wearing outfits that are exactly the same as what Ted is currently wearing, but in a taking the piss out of him sort of way. And oh. And where was I? Like, I think he hung up the phone again. And then, at that point, we cut back to Craggy Island. Mrs. Doyle comes in with a tray of tea, and, like, there's 3 Mr. Kipling-style angel slices on the tray, but they have red icing instead of pink, so that they're white with red stripes. And one of them has, like, slightly scuffed icing on the edge, like, you know, if they took it out of the packaging and a bit hastily or something. And so Ted and Dougal both reach for an angel slice. They both get one. And then Ted's like, oh, Mrs. Doyle, I noticed that angel slice looks a bit rough on the edge. And then she goes into this really dramatic monologue about, oh, I have failed, and oh, it's better to have a tenth of something good than all of something nothing. And then she cuts it in half, and then eats the half that didn't have the scuffed icing. And that was kind of that. At that point, our attention is then drawn over to the window, and we see outside that Father Dick Byrne and his version of Dougal, and I can never remember what his name is, and then also some bald guy who kind of looks like a kiwi fruit, they're all squatting by the fence outside, and Dougal is like, Ted, are they taking a shit in our garden? Or something to that effect. And Ted's like, they wouldn't do that. I know they don't really have our souls. Oh, good! Jeremy got turned to ice. Get ixed, dummy. Well, I gotta try and attack anyway. And then the camera cuts back outside, and sure enough... Okay, so Jeremy managed to be completely frozen solid, but still... But you know what? I'm not going to question it. Also, we are inside a cave, so maybe this will work? Maybe? It cuts back outside, and it turns out that no, they actually are just taking a shit on the grass. And that was it. That was the episode. This was the lost episode of Father Ted. Where Ted threatens an orgy and Dick Byrne takes poop. And that's it. You're welcome for this insight into how my brain works when left unattended. Jeremy, use your power of love to thaw yourself out. Maybe I'm being lazy. I should just heal him and hope for the best. Because I did have a bit of a rhythm going, and then Regi was like, nah. Do we have a full heal? We do, but we also have an ice heal, and that's a bit more... If I could actually use it. Why does this Joy-Con keep disconnecting? Hey. I've forgotten what I was saying. Oh yeah, I have recollections that in high school people would pronounce Regi as Reggie Ice, and then I just sort of pronounced it that way with them just so as not to be left out, but I don't necessarily agree because it's Regice. Regice, Regice. I don't know. Once again, get ixed, dummy. Now we'll swap back over to Polly so she can Volt Switch back out again, because sort of alternating 2 of my weakest moves, because I want to catch the puppy. Pictured here, a puppy. Don't be chilly, it's rude. Don't be Chilean, it's... You can't come from South America. Except, isn't Mew originally from South America or something? I don't recall. It was found in, like, the jungles of deepest Peru or something. I don't remember. Oh no! Why would you do this? Very rude. How dare you kill the twink? Well, in that case, I'll just send Polly back out again. What you gonna do? You know, it's like that one vine. You either kill yourself or you get killed, you know. What you gonna do? I hate cherry tapping battles. Not least because the best attack I have for it does so lentil. That being said, I could just use Astonish the whole dang time, couldn't I? Huh. Speaking of things that sound like lentil, I've been playing new Pokemon Snap and I've been having a lot of fun. Annie, Susan, throw an Ultra Ball. Get in the ball. Don't make me have to attack you more. I don't want to suffer. You're mean. I have previously seen fan art of a hypothetical fairy-type Regi, and like the idea behind it is they had like a pile of like cotton and wool that they gave as a gift to Regigigas, and somehow it got imbued with life, and so it is a literal just Regi baby, and it's adorable, and it's pink. Pink! Maybe this time. No. I remember the days of, I don't remember if it was Ruby or Sapphire, but one of the Gen 3 Pokemon games where I would go to one of the Regis, I think it was Regice, and just yuck Ultra Balls at it and reset until I got the outcome I desired, and, classic Pokemon memories. I feel like I could get away with one more Astonish, but I don't trust. And you see, I could use an Ice-type attack, but I can't get... I'm fairly sure Ice-type Pokemon are immune to freezing, which would make sense, because they're Ice-type Pokemon. M-A-umlaut-N, Pokemon. Yeet. Be contained within my orb, you child! Well, I suppose I picked a good side quest to do when nobody's watching the stream. The Strain. S-T-R-A-umlaut-M-B. Oh! Just put yourself in my sphere, is it too many to... Once again, reacting to what I see on my TV, which is a little bit ahead of what you see on the stream. So there's that. Yes? Yes? No! There are few things more agonizing than the almost had it, because it implies you got so close. It rolled correctly, but just not for all of the rolls. This stream will be 5 hours long, and it will all be because of Regice. Well, it's fine. At least the subsequent Regis we can try to get freeze hacks on. But alas, this is the only one we cannot. And from what I've seen of the Shrine of the Gen 8 Regis, I'm fairly sure we can only get one out of Regidrago and Regieleki. So... Oh hey, cool! Pog! I'm thinking I'll get Regidrago in Sword and Regieleki in Shield, because I already have a Dragon type in Shield in the form of Honduras. So... you know, I'm trying to be redundant, you know, like with my choosing of Spectrier over Glastrier. And no, you don't get a nickname because you are a legend dairy. Hooray, I caught a child. Well, that sure did happen. I really should give Peony a voice, but it's too little too late now. But yes, I believe that was the only shrine that we're missing, because I found the other two. I opened one of them, but not both. But before anything else, I should fly back to the freezing town and heal. Now the real question is, do I remember the folk how to find the other places? And for that matter, maybe I should change my outfit. Well, not outfit. I want to keep the Explorer outfit for for this entire side quest. But change armband. Yes. But what colours are there? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Well, I'll go with water, because Jeremy. No. Now we got a blue arm. Blue arm. And you would have thought that the person responsible for the Galarica crown would be somewhere in town. What a large crown it's got. A vacuum and or ek. Wow. Oh, Yampa lives here now. Looks like only Yampa lives here now. How's it going, Sonia? Yeah, we've not seen any Terrakion footprints, but we've got like 66 Verizon children. Yeah, damn right I'm the champion, even though I did get into a Pokémon battle with Europe Scalo 8 and she ground me into dust. Well, actually, no, in fairness, I did better than it looked like I did. No, we've not been there yet. Oh, that's your house? Oh. Oh, law? Oh, hey, the crops aren't dying anymore, even though I've literally stolen the King of Bountiful Harvests. Do you make a crown? Does anyone here make the head piece? Oh. Okay. Just casually gonna give me the Cosmog, then. Well, its nickname was Foofy. Far be it from me to go against that. Now, you can come with me for a hot minute. Yeah, we'll put Greta down for the time being. She will be back. I don't know how Cosmog works in this game. Because in Sun and Ultra Sun, Cosmog evolves into Solgaleo. And in Moon and Ultra Moon, it evolves... Oh, Caesar, you are adorably slow! Why am I not surprised by this? Or why am I surprised by this? I shouldn't be. I should probably lead with someone who's a bit better at keeping pace. And Moon and Ultra Moon, it evolves into Lunala. So, I'm guessing that like, what it is either in Sword it evolves into Solgaleo, and in Moon it evolves into Lunala. In Shield it evolves into Lunala, rather. Or daytime, nighttime situation. I don't know, we'll just have to suck it and or see. And despite expectations, there seems to be no one here who can make me... No, that's all. There's no one here who can compel me to do anything. I refuse. What are you? Oh, you're a Nidoran. And much as I want one, I'm on a journey of over time and space. In that I'm heading down to the next shrine, or at least where I vaguely remember the next shrine to be roughly in the direction of, but also keeping an eye out for footed prints. Ah, Urias, you are a precious cinnamon child that has 2 mouths and 4 eyes. And a covered bridge. Obama snow. More like Obama's now. Cause Joe Biden, you know, that moment when he gets married, was the vice president when Barack Obama was president. I know stuff about the real world, I promise. Anyway. Seeing double there, Urias. I do... Wow, okay, just weather whiplash, why not? I do feel slightly concerned about the whole gathering footprints thing, because by the very nature of them being footprints, I would have expected... Durant? Okay, sure, I'll catch one, why not? I feel like you should really get them in a sequence, because they're footprints. You'll see one from the... Like, when you're at one set, you'll see the next set, surely. So if I just pick them up as I see them, does that not mean I'm going to have a harder a harder find tracking them down later. Because I've taken bits and pieces out of the overall pattern. I don't know. Do you know? Who knows? Nobody knows. The noses have forgotten how to sniff. It's too warm. Durant. Like Duran Duran, but Durant Durant. Oh, Froofy, you're learning how to exist. So many speeds. Now, are you going to evolve forthwith? No, not yet. Okay. Durant. Mandibles. I don't know if I've named something after Nikki Byrne yet, but I will name it after Nikki because nickel, but then also maybe the burning sensation of oleic acid or whatever it is that ants spray. Well, formic acid I would have thought, because I think oleic acid is what they spray. Well, no, not what they spray. What they secrete when they're dead. Except if you put oleic acid on an ant that's alive, it will think that it is dead, and the other ants will think it's dead as well, and they'll put it on the dead ant pile, even though it's demonstrably alive. The fun things you learn when you exist on the Tumblr. Babiri. Bababiri. Like Bababooey, but Birria. Birria, of course, being a barrier, but more high-pitched. Give me the goods. Show me what you got. Another Babiri. Good, because I was talking so many shits about you. I will camp at some point in this stream. It is my sworn and solemn duty to camp. Now, two things I want to try. First of all, ring the piercing note. Can I go ding ding? Okay, so dinging is not the answer. What about whistling? Oh. Not gonna lie, I'm slightly underwhelmed by that. I was kind of expecting it to be metal sound because, you know, it's the Iron Ruins. It's the place where, you know, Regi Steel. Surely, you know, how dare I make sense? I'm using tree logic. Anyway, run over the soups, except I missed one. Bonk. Let's have the one with the problematic arm that was deproblematicified in Europe as of Gen 4. Jizzle. That's a good sound. I'm a fan of that sound. I will go onto Facebook and like the page dedicated to the sound that thing just made. Now, from my time dicking around in Ultramoon, I really do feel like using a quick ball on any legendary from before Gen 8 probably isn't worth my time. Well, fuck you too, Regi Steel! Okay, never mind. Sure. I was going to say it's not worth trying because their catch rates are so low that the difference made by a quick ball isn't enough to justify it because it'll just be outweighed by the difference by just using that turn to do a fight. But apparently not. Okay. Thank you, Regi Steel. You're a good friend. You have behaved well. Well, that was easy. And I must phone Peony again, or Peony. So clearly in post, I'm not going to do this, but clearly what I should do is take that battle and the battle I had with Regice and just calculate the average of how many turns it took me, and then put Urias back into the lead just so that someone on the team can keep up while I go on my magical journey. Now, where the fresh hell actually was the other... I know it was down somewhere, down in some sort of grotto of deep of hell. Oh, it's a magma. There was a second there where I thought, oh, I need to catch one of those, but no, that's in Ultramoon, because there's a side quest where it's like, hey, this guy wanted a job, so I gave him a job, but it was the wrong job. Show him a magma and he'll feel better. That is legitimately a side quest in Ultramoon. And presumably Ultra Sun as well. It's not in non-Ultra, but it is in the Ultra ones. Oh, Dino. Or Dino. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Ordino because it's supposed to sound like, I don't know, in a bunch of languages. And Urias, you're so cute, I will love you forever. And don't mind me periodically stopping, I just want to see if there are any feet nearby, because finding Diglets wasn't enough. Now we must also collect feet for the Professor. Because, yeah, Sonia is canonically a professor at this time in the story. Serious mint. I remember the days when you could get mint, like, assorted mint Skittles. And they were the bee's tits, to be perfectly honest, because I won't say they had 5 different... Eat more! They're... Skinner, that is crazy accusation. Okay, now I have to catch this and name it after Seymour Skinner, because hate more, Saber. What was I saying? Yeah, no, it has completely gone. I was going to say something vaguely insightful, I'm sure, and in the end, I didn't.
Oh no, but it's a fire type! Oh no!
Oh, well, thank you, Urius, for having the wherewithal. Just the wherewithal, that's all. Yeah, whatever it was I was going to say, it has just melted from my brain, but in weather like this, so has everything else. Wait, special defense, but I'm relying on special defense. What if, like, I know it's ice-type attack on a fire-type Pokemon, but same type attack bonus and level difference? Oh, that was surprisingly feasible. Though, again, I believe that fire-type... Oh! I think fire-type Pokemon are also immune to being frozen? Oh, no! If only you hadn't been burned, but I don't know if Inferno is a guaranteed burn situation. Okay, Polly, just take center stage and be like, oi, you there. I don't much care for your behavior. Oh, could you imagine, though, like, obviously Pokemon have, like, emotions and feelings, they grow attached to their trainers, you know, that they do more damage when they like their trainer. If Pokemon had, like, chemistry with each other as well, because they kind of do, like, in the camps and whatever, it's like, oh, this Pokemon likes that Pokemon, this one thinks that one is interesting. What if they held grudges? Like, oh, Polly remembers that when we caught Seymour, it was because he had just murdered Urius in, well, not really cold blood, but you know.
Seymour!
There's probably been a Seymour at Eurovision at some point, I don't know. But the most important thing, I must heal the icy cream. You know, hot like melting icy cream. Because, yes, I enjoy the music of Melanie Martinez. Like, she's probably, like, my 2nd or 3rd most listened to artist on Spotify alongside Cara Emerald and Bentley Jones. So if you wanted music recommendations, and I know no one's come here for that, because no one's come here, but, you know, that's what my tastes have. Oh! Nearly got donged by a dong. Ding, dong, bell. And that's the end of that thought. Please, I would like to find a Dreepy so I can raise it up. Teapot! Well, you're the entire wrong end of the emotional spectrum of what I'm looking for, but I think that means we're in roughly the right sort of place. Lowercase p, capital L, place. Plandra Hexagon. Oh, another Durant. Well, this place is just replete with children, isn't it? And I see some feet by a tree. I will shake it another time, and you will give me your food. I haven't had lunch yet, and it's nearly 3 o'clock. But then again, I got up late and had breakfast cereal for breakfast at lunchtime, so it's fine. Oh, and this is still Virizion. Maybe I should head up and or down the river. But wait, there's more feet. 72. 74. You know what that means. We're dangerously close to the other number. You know the one. You see, if I could just find another pair of feet, then I could demonstrate exactly why you know the number. You know, do you know the times? But to be fair, I wouldn't have an answer for that anyway with a big dumb proboscis in the way. I don't remember what the actual quote is, but the pieces are there. The pieces of pieces of pieces of one. hi, you are a Magmortar. And it's probably worth my while to catch it. And the Electivire found elsewhere in these plains. Because...
There we go, 76 trombones, let the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. Now are followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band.
That was Vector the Crocodile performing an excerpt from The Music Man. Also, I was just trying to pick up that Miracle Seed. How in the hell I found 4% of data while doing that, I do not know. The plus side is, I've completely lost my train of thought again. Because there's no one here to keep me in check. So I'm going to have to speak English instead, because, like, I can't even quote the Czech part from Oh My God, because I know there's a U with a ring above it in there somewhere, but it's Czech, so that was well, not a given, but it was probable. Now, why is it that this quest starts with you finding footprints from Cobalion, and then suddenly everything I find is just non-stop Virizion hours all the time? Should I be offended? This seems like, oh, one of those quests that's easier done at night, based on my previous stream, because at night time you could actually see because the footprints glow a little bit. Yas, Nido Queen. So, right, yeah, I think I remembered what I was saying, because what I was thinking was Magmortar and... Oh, no, you're not one of mine. Yet. Magmortar and Electivire, I believe, only evolve when you trade them. You have to trade an Electabuzz holding an Electorizer, and a Magmar holding a Magmarizer, and that's how they evolve. Well, I can't trade with anyone unless Europscalo 8 is here, because she's the only person I can trade with, because I can't trade between Sword and Shield, because they're both on the same system registered to the same account. So I can't, you know, unless I had Pokemon Home, which even then, I don't think you can, like, trade using that. You can just put things into one end of storage and pick it up out the other side. You know, you can of in cold the food, out hot eat the food. There is one more pair of footprints. I have been accidentally brilliant. But yeah, why is it this side quest starts with finding 2 footprints from Cobalion, and then suddenly it's just non-stop Virizion for the rest of the time? Or is it just how it's coincidentally Habombrist? You know, Habombrist. Anyway. Time to catch the rock, boy. Ed, boy, you're making a merry Andrew of Rolf. H.
Put it in H.
I don't know what that's from. I'm just quoting the Runaway Guys. I wonder how audible my computer is on the microphone, by the way, because, like, it's warm in here. Zazazariza. We get it, Regi Rock. You want pizza. My computer is rather audible at the moment. It's like, brrr, because it's warm in here, and computers get warm anyway. But there's no sign of warning that we're in a bad situation, so we'll be fine. Now, Ice Beam. Fairly sure it's not super effective, because it's ground that ice is super effective on, I think. Would it have killed you? And rock is super effective on ice, because if you throw a brick at a window, guess which one's gonna break? I was rather hoping it would do a bit under half damage. So, oh, well that's too far the other way. I should have thrown a quick ball, shouldn't I? Damn it! This is the penalty for my hubris. My hues and breeze. Well, that's okay, because I could throw Scissor into the business. And then have him do a body bonk, because, like, it's a rock type. It's gonna have high physical defense, surely. No one says throw your body. Oh, no, isn't that fighting type? Wait, Cesar's not normal type. He's just using a normal type move. Oh, dear. Just don't kill it, Cesar. For the sake of... Okay, you didn't have to hold back quite that much. Well, whatever. I'll just... Wait, that lowers something. It's not HP, is it? Okay, good, it's not. Speed. Bloink. Come on, get some paralysis going. Well, as a child, I pronounced it paralysis because I'd only ever seen it written in Pokemon games, no less. And when I first heard someone saying paralysis, I was so offended that they could get it that wrong when it's obviously meant to be paralysis that I came home and complained to one and or both parents. And I was like, hey, they said paralysis wrong, and they were like, no, child, it is actually pronounced paralysis. And I'm like, poo. Well, I mean, I didn't poo, but that was the sentiment. Speaking of sentiment, sediment. I feel like Regirock has the most iconic Regi look about it. So, enter my orb, you strange babunion. Oh. 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 Wow, wow, wow. Well, okay, that was rude. I didn't even see what you did, and it was rude. See, I could probably get away with one more body slam, but I don't trust. And that's the agonizing thing with Gen 7, Gen 8, and maybe Gen 6? Where sometimes you'll be trying to catch a Pokemon and like, oh, your Pokemon got a critical hit, wishing to be praised. Like, child, no, this was the one time, I did not want that to happen. I don't know where that accent came from. Why must you repeatedly bonk me so? It is offendricating. It takes my offense and puts it somewhere else. Largely inside yourself. Look inside yourself. Azerbaijan, 2008. That's what the AARGH is supposed to be pronounced like. Oh, Cesar, you beautiful child. You will be rewarded with evolution soon. No, I didn't say run. I pressed down twice so I could go to bag so I could heal Cesar as a reward for his loyalty. I'm offended that it nearly made me flee the battle. Thank fuck Cesar is underleveled. I'm just taking a drink, by the way, because it is very warm and hydration is very important. That sure is some liquid water. Because my thinking is, I may as well heal Cesar as well, because Regirock doesn't appear to have anything that could do instant death to Cesar. He can only do, like Regirock can only sort of do chip damage, basically. I mean, it's a bit more than chip damage, but if I was in Regirock's position, it would feel like chip damage, so... Blah. Yes. Yes. No. You can tell that the weather is incumbent because I've devolved once more into throat singing. It's not even throat singing, it's just what I call it, in the vague pretense of it being something I can justify. I really should have just used a quick ball, because, you know, Regi Steel knew what was up. What's you guys' excuses is? All I had to do was get some sibling rivalry going by saying, well, Regi Steel knew what was up. Hey, Fwoofy, you gonna evolve sometime soon? Now, from my experience playing Ultra Moon, I could have sworn that in the game proper, when Nebby, the Cosmog, evolves into Cosmoem and then onwards into either Solgaleo or Lunala, I could have sworn that it actually played a, oh, what? Nebby is evolving, like cutscene, as if it was evolving from your party and just isn't really. And the same thing with Type Null and Silvally, or Silverly, or however you pronounce it. I could have sworn that there was an actual cutscene where like, oh, Type Null is evolving. And I played it for myself, and that didn't happen. So like, ow, Peter, what hell? Well, I'm gonna go back here, and I don't know where the last shrine is. So, step 1, beheal yourself. And then we will go and pursue one of the new Regis. Because for those just joining the universe, it used to just be Regice, Registeel, Regirock, and then in they're from Gen 3. In Gen 4 they added Regigigas, or Regigigas, or however you pronounce it. It does not look like Milo! The hell's wrong with your ass? And then, like, there was nothing for a long-ass time, and then Gen 8 introduced Regieleki and Regidrago, and that's where we are now. It's icy and gianty, but does it melt your spicy? Edges, baby, it's true. Smooth bowling ball. It's the best behaved of the three. I've got expeditions to explode. Right then, having seen the map, he says, opening the map. There we go, there's the map. I'm curious as to what's going on here, because I haven't been here yet. The question is, how do I get there? The answer is, I think, go to where I just was, more or less. So I guess I should just head west. Oh yeah, I still have like 2 more footprints of Virizion to find, and they could be anywhere between here and where we just were. So that's going to be a fun thing to keep at least one eye out for. Going quiet while I hold the Joy-Con at a weird angle while I scratch my face. And clearly going silent helps me to focus on looking for footprints. Now, having seen what I've seen so far, it does seem that, unlike with the Digletts, they seem a lot less shy about hiding them in patches where they're just impossible to see from a distance. You know, like Estonia in 19 Shibboleth Wealth. I saw it from a distance. Nagen said I am out. Probably not even remotely how you pronounce it, but Estonian is quite beyond my capacity. It's probably not if I took the time to learn it, but I have not yet done that, so here we are. Apparently the mints are good for EV training or something, but like the way they're named makes it seem to me as if they completely just change a Pokemon's nature, and that sounds horrifying, to be completely honest. Like, oh, you've eaten a mint, now your personality is completely different. Oh, well, this isn't something I signed up for in the schedule of my daily lives in which I enjoyed this delicious tasty banana. Now, in order to get to the place what I saw, I think I'm gonna need to... Oh, it's Donjona. Ah! Yay! Okay, so that'll be something to report back on at some point. But, priorities. And you would have thought that the data for each of the legendary trio would look slightly distinct from one another, but apparently don't. I suppose it's somewhat encouraging that I was able to find the 100th percent like that. Bear in mind, it was nowhere near any of the others, by the way. Right, I think that's where I was looking to go. I don't even know if I'm going the right way, it's just that's where I picked a place out on the map, and now that's where I'm making myself do a bee of going. What was I saying? That you would have thought the footprints for each one would look different from one another, and they kind of don't? You see? Well, maybe they kind of do then, because these are a lot bluer than the ones I was tracking before. Are there any more over here? Because I saw some more over the way I was just about to go. Okay, fine. It turns out the reason why I found all of Virizions is because they're just easier to see. Well, I'll just meander around here and spam the A button. Now, that's not the spirit. That's the spirit, except it's ground psychic and in no way ghost type whatsoever. Hey, you're a carpet. Turns out I was talking to its backside the whole time. I don't know if I should apologize for this. Hello, stones, you are stones. Oh! Everything's everything over here. Look at this stupid boog. And you know what? I like Urias's attitude. Because it's like, if you have two mouths, that means that you always have a face that's smiling. I'm just gonna flee because I don't got time for that shit. I thought I did, but then it didn't easily. I really should just replace Astonish on Urias's moveset because like it is woefully behind everything else that he has. So like that does 30 damage of a type that he doesn't even be. So it's probably worth. But the thing is, I don't have anything good to replace it with. So I don't know. In the meantime, we will give it a shiggledy-shakeldy-dacklement. And I did do a bit of reading on what the Cramomatic thing on the Isle of Armor does, and kind of it's overcomplicated, to be honest. It's like, oh, you have to put 50 things in a very specific order, and then you might get a cool item in response. I don't have time to learn that entire chart. I'm just going to stick random stuff in and hope for the best, if I even remember to do that. Probably could have gone for another shake there, but it's fine. Speaking of shakes, I had a vanilla milkshake from Wimpy the other day when I went to Shrewsbury with the Upscalo 8, and it was good. Like, bear in mind the amount of it, it seemed really good value for money as well. Also, Archon and Archeops, or Archon and Archeops, depending on how you choose to pronounce it. Well, only the latter that I've seen so far in New Pokemon Snap, but they are adorably goofy. These fucking fried chicken proto-birds. Hello everyone, I am Fried Chicken Proto-Bird. Because everyone has heard about the fried chicken proto-bird. Well, what's blipping over here? Turns out it was nothing. I thought I saw a sparkle, and sparkles mean I can do things. Why can't I put apricorns, however you pronounce it, into curry? I demand the right to flavor my food with things that aren't food. Hoping to see a bit more Cobalion footprintery. Now, am I quite mistaken, or is this the bed that was supposed to be covered in snow? Because it isn't anymore. Well. Oh, lore. Me reading a packet of, like, the instructions on the back of a packet of noodles. Oh, lore. Again, me stealing my humor from Tumblr. Yeah, that's okay, I can't see either. And hey, we actually have a poison barb now, so when the time comes, I can give it to Cesar. He's not poison type yet, but he will be. Give him time. Ooh, Dark Pulse. Hoo-wee. Another one that served me well in other games, so perhaps I could give that to Urias in place of Astonish at long and or sweet last. Nope, only Jeremy can learn it. Oh well. I tried. There aren't even any footprints over here. Why did I bother? Now I'm just extremely turned around. Well, fuck it. There's another tree, so I can pester it for its contents. Give me the goods. I will cook in this stream, and we will hopefully get a Charizard class curry. Though my expectations are summarily low. And one more for luck. Yay, I get to have lucky. Lucky, incidentally, is also a very good boy in Animal Crossing. Not my personal favourite of the dogs, because, I mean, Bones is right there and has my birthday. But, you know. Alfonso is the bestest of... Oh, no, I tripped over a carpet. Alfonso is the best boy in all of Animal Crossing, and there is not enough appreciation for him on the internet. See, if there was a Sizzlipede out here, I would consider catching it if I haven't caught one already, which I may well have done. But you're too busy being fully evolved. I don't have time for you being an old man. As my colleagues say to me at work, because I am the old man of the marketing department, in that the marketing department consists of 2 women, 2 men, of whom I am one. And then there's also, technically, a 3rd woman, but she works... Technically, she works in admin rather than marketing, but, like, her job is admin marketing or marketing admin. So... she's kind of part of the department, but not officially. And, basically, she's younger than me, and the other guy in the marketing department is younger than me, but only by a few months or something, or maybe a couple. I don't remember now. Point is, I'm the oldest man in the marketing department, but then again, the women of the marketing department are like in their 30s, I want to say. I could be wrong. I'm not a good judge of age based on looking at people, but then again, I am a parasocial entity on the internet. I am ageless. Oh no, I don't like that number. A big nugget. Chicken nugget. Beeschurger. Now, why am I here? Is there anything of value to be had here, or is it just come back here later once you've found all of the feet and Cobalion will be here? Because that's certainly what this evidence is leading me to suggest. Leading me to... I'm the one doing the suggesting. Well, then again, I am inferring based on evidence they have Dino! Like Kaino, but Diniasur. Now, this little chasm here reminds me of a really dark thought that I'd had that, like, the spooky ghost that's too dark for Pokemon. Because you know how in pretty much every Pokemon game, there's, like, just randomly a ghost, and in each subsequent generation, they try progressively more and more too hard to make it be a thing. Because, like, you know, that there was the old chateau in Sinnoh, and the bridge ghost in Unova. Gen 6 had the spooky house, I think. And then Gen 7 is just, hey, if you go into this one specific hotel room, you'll be chased out by an Alolan Klefki, that is to say Comfey. And that's this. You go back in, there's nothing in there, it's a ghost. Something like that. Don't die. Oh, I wanted to catch the Dyna, but never mind. Just imagine, like... Okay, content warning here pertaining to harming of the self, but the idea of you go into a cave and it's supposed to have like allegedly no one's been in there for many years, except for like Pokemon, yes, but like humans, no. I want to pet the doggy. And like you get really deep into the cave and there's someone there and you talk to them and they don't really, like they say ... And then the game is like, huh, this person looks lost. Want to share your escape rope with them? And you give it to them and they're like ... Ah, a way out. Thank you. And then, like, they disappear. And if you leave the area and come back, like, you can see the rope, but, like, the top and bottom of it is obscured. And if you interact with it, it's like, ah, you retrieved your escape rope. On second thoughts, you think you should leave it where it is. Because the implication being that it's unclear whether they use it to escape or if they used it to escape, you know? It's too dark for Pokemon, like, because that is seriously a dark implication. Anyway, who's got hair? I don't think someone at Eurovision who has iconic hair, and I'm fairly sure I already named someone after him, but I keep coming back to Michal Spack. So, you can have more than one, it's fine. Anyway, give me the feet. See, there are so many just audio clips that can, and with permission will, and I don't give said permission, be taken out of context in the stream because I'm talking about finding footprints and there was a TR over there on the other side of a chasm, or if you prefer a chasm, a Chaz and Dave. Where are we and how did we get here? Oh. Well, there's feet going in every direction. Oh, 69, very nice. Or whatever. Oh, a sphere. It's like orb. Well, at least they're easy to see in the snow, because they have this little sort of shadow going on around them. Avalog! I remember very little about you. Tortuga! Now, when I saw Archon/Arken earlier on the Crown Tundra, I thought maybe, oh, it's because I'm playing Sword, it's only going to give me the version A fossil Pokemon, so that the ones that appear in like wait, hang on a minute. They're not they're not version locked though. They never were. Apart from like generally, if you try to get a fossil Pokemon outside of the generation in which it was introduced, then they tend to be version locked. But if you get them within the generation they're introduced, then you can pick one. Either way, we have access to them, and the fact that I have 96% of Cobalion makes me think that maybe I should have another look in this cave before I pursue further seas. Seas? As I'm just missing 2 more sets of footed prints. Now, I want to reiterate how much I like how they've changed how random encounters work oh, there they are, in Gen 8, because I would absolutely hate to have to explore this cave under the old system, where like, nope, oh, the baby! I got so excited at seeing a Riolu that I accidentally opened a map. Do you hate it when that happens? Yeah, I would hate to go through this cave and like, step, random encounter, step, random encounter. That's just how it feels sometimes. And it's a boy as well, hooray. Hooray. I mentioned this because in S.H.I.E.L.D. I caught a Lucario and it was female, and I named it Billie after Billie Eilish because I wish you were gay. I do so out of a place of memeing and tomfoolery. I'm thinking because the level difference, that might kill it. I don't want that to happen. I want to catch the puppy. Oh. Final Gambit, you're not even dead. Why would you do that? Why would you do? I wanted to befriend you. I wanted to be friends, and you stole yourself away from me. I'm sad. It's sad boy hours now. Anyway, back to the ocean. Or maybe it's not the ocean. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. No one's ever been to Knowledge. Where does this even look like on the map anyway? Oh! Well, this is not where I thought we were going to end up. But okay, fine. Just see if you can stop me. See, because it's S-E-A, but also S-E-E. Ah, maybe this leads to that TR that I just saw as well. Carving. I should probably catch one of those at some point. Oh, something else I don't miss from older generations was the bloody... Oh... is the, SOS battles. Just hiding Pokemon behind... you need to stall a battle for as long as possible in the hopes that something might happen. And the fact that you're giving me Twigs here, makes me think that you are the lady. Yes, it's... Oh, Galarica Wreath. I'm sorry. And it turns out that she was a ghost all along. Well... It's finally time! Oh. Yeah, nobody is interested in gleaming dazzlingly. Caesar! The time has come! It's been a long time coming. Oh Lord, here he comes! He's finally gonna be a stylish boy. Look at that fancy lad. My only concern is the consciousness now that of the shell, or is it still the mammal within? Hexpert! It made it spicy. Kick the microphone. A poison psychic as opposed to psychic poison. Yeah, why not? Eerie spell. Sure. What does it involve? Oh. Oh. What? I mean, it's a nice idea, but I think I'll pass. Yeah, you don't get to after all. Now, does this change your learn set? It would just be quicker if I went to here. Check summary. That's not the right thing at all. Held item. Because that way, I can look at which... yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, can't sort by compatible. Liquidation? No, because Surf is stronger. Sludge Wave? Well, you are poison type now, so learn a poison. So, 90, 100, 85, well, all this time I was relying on being able to paralyze something with it, but that's okay. We've got Urius, we can do freezy things on everything apart from ice types and fire types, I think. Grass, no, I don't really like ones that vary like that. And we got rid of Zen Headbutt earlier. Focus Blast, no. And just the same thing, but less so. Iron Tail is almost tempting me. But no, I think... Ice Beam! Ice Beam! I think no, because we've already got ice sort of coverage covered. It's almost tempting, but you've already got Earthquake. Hey, you can finally learn Hex, except it wasn't you that couldn't previously. I think you're good. So, while we're here, other items. Where has it ended up? I want to give you... my little boy. Here he comes. I want to see my little boy. Now, the Black Sludge is tempting, but... I was going to give him the Poison Barb to increase his toxicity. Which seems counterintuitive, because, like, he's my go-to... 69, very nice. He's my go-to if I want to use a Psychic-type attack, whereas if I want to use Poison, then I could go to him or Polly. So... I don't know, maybe it makes him a bit more accessible. Anyway, we've finally, after generations of waiting, Caesar has finally evolved, and no one was here to see it, and then they're all going to kick themselves in the throat because they missed it. Is there anything over here? Why would you let me go over here if there was nothing over here? That, I'm fairly sure, is an Avalug. Otherwise, why would you just randomly appear like that? You're fooling nobody! Whalmer. And the fact that we have a sea like this in the south of Galar really does suggest, like, between that and the fact that the entire geography of the region is Britain but upside down, that really strongly does suggest. Why is there an invisible wall here? Why would you not just put a ring of icebergs just to say, hey, you can't go here? What is... Shell Bell. Well... Fine, Urius. It's time for you to come of age as well. Yeah, it strongly suggests that Galar is in the southern hemisphere. Which is surprising to me. I don't know why it should be, but it is. But then again, maybe I'm putting too much thought into what is just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for fucking. Anything fun over here? Oh, Urius, you're following me because you can. Oh, another piece of Nevermelt Ice. Not to be confused with Jeremy, who, despite being a water type, is too much of a child to dare come out onto the wetness with me. He could swim, and he chooses not to because... Oh! Because it's beneath him. I'm not going to catch you. I would rather catch a Bergmite, but I may have already done that. I don't remember. Well, good to your bye. Good to your bye. That is all. The way they just appear, though. Most rude. I dare say completely rude. Ah, another beach Ninky Minjaj, he says, cycling away from the beach Ninky Minjaj. Really ill-defined boundaries of this area. So is there anything fun over here? For example, a fly destination, even though it's not in the form of the move fly anymore. It's now just purely taxis, and you are a Squovit, and you're not worth my time because you'll just give me berries, which there is a time and a place, but not during a stream, I fear. Another Araquanid. Why so many? Hydro Pump. Let your hide go drumpety pump pump. Sugar sugar. Almost tempting, but it is a low accuracy move, as I recall, and that's its whole gimmick. Oh, there's everything here. Well, there's a lot of Pokemon here, but there's not a lot in the way of landmarks. Ah, landmines. Like, other than getting the Galarica Wreath, or perhaps even Galarica, I don't know what language it is. Is there any reason for me to have come over here at all, apart from that? Or another Shell Bell. It's like this area was designed to reflect the items that I give to Urius. 3-point pass. Again, covered bridges. Oh! So this is where I needed to be. Well, how about that? Proceeds to go in exactly the opposite direction. Oh, we could have walked here the whole time.
Another Riolu! I want to give you a second chance!
I want to see my little boy. Again with the references. Oh, but it's a female, or as the underbelly of the internet refers to them, femoid, which I object to because that's, like, derogatory in ways I can't even begin to explain. I took another drink of water. What are you gonna do? Even Floofy seems to have stagnated in levels. But yeah, Riolu and Lucario are among my, like, they're not my all-time favorite Pokemon, but they are definitely up there. And I'm gonna name this one after, because I'm fairly sure there was a Victoria that I caught at some point, but this is after the Bulgarian one, and the other one was after the Italian one, I think. If not, then the other way around. I was hoping this would lead to the other side of that little ravine with the technical record on it, but allegedly not. Ah! I do make such wonderful noises. Go away, Araquanid. I already have one of you. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! But I live here. That's my spider voice, apparently.
Actually, this is more akin to my spider voice, because when reading these stories as a child, my mother would have a spider voice, and this is the closest approximation I can muster to that.
It's not even remotely accurate, but it's as close as I can manage. Hooray, thunder. My least favourite Imagine Dragons song. Thunder? Thunder? Lightning and the thunder? I can't take it seriously. A giant of rock, a giant of ice, a giant of steel. Well, I've caught them. Do you want me to literally have them here in person? Because, God, the Regis are so needy. Fine, replace Mickey, replace Jeremy, and replace Cesar for a hot second, just long enough to open the door, and then I will close the door again. When gather the three giants. This is so weird to look at. Now hang on a minute, I need to see the outside of the temple again, because I just realized it had dot patterns on it. So, the one I'm going for is like a chicken foot. Okay, just in case it tests me. Because I'd rather be tested by goddesses resting their pillows upon heads of all that they've learned. Resting their pillows on heads? Why do I commentate? What conceivable gain is there to me for all these things? What are you gonna do? You're gonna lock me out because I decided to reimagine myself? And by that I mean take... Oh, you're really gonna hammer it in, huh? So yeah, my intention is to get Regi Drago, and then I'll get Regi Aleki in the other one. Okay. So, how make? Well, first of all, I think it would be in my interests to restore Astoria, New York. I've never been. But once the panic-demic times are over, I will visit New York, except I won't visit New York City, I'll just visit New York State. Right, so we need the middle. I know it looks like a crow's foot, so... Well, I want to make sure I'm assuming that if I input the pattern of it's not going to let me check. I want to input the pattern that corresponds to the red side, and I don't want to accidentally put in the yellow side pattern. Okay, so it's just 3 in the middle and the foot of a chicken. You know, as a child, when I saw the peace symbol, that's why it's confusing, because there was 4, but it's 3 in the middle and the foot of a chicken. So, like this? Apparently not. Am I dumb? Is it like that? No? Like this? No? Okay. I'm just being stupid here, evidently. Do I have to just light them all up? Is that the solution? This is Zonus! Okay, it wasn't that. I will go outside and try again. I was about to tell a riveting story from my childhood, wasn't I? And then I didn't. Maybe I'm thinking about it on the wrong axis. It's like 3 and then 2 and then 1, if you think about it along a different way. So, wait, no, that wouldn't work. This isn't difficult. Why am I having such a time with it? How about 3, and then 2, and then 1? That's definitely not right. Hang on a minute, I'm just waiting for my Twitch dashboard to catch up so I can just look back at the past. Maybe that will give me some insight into how correctly. Nope, because OBS is covering it up. I feel so dumb right now. Maybe 1, and then 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, and 3. He says, not lighting up the 1. Is that it? Okay. The same thing, but the other way around. Is that right? I feel so dumb. What about this, then? Put in the symbol of the other registrations. Registration? I'm gonna check another time. I mean, I'm not wasting anyone's time here because no one's fucking watching, so it's fine. But I feel so stupid. I need to put in that pattern up there, I think. There's 3 down the middle, and then 2 slightly further away, and then 2 slightly further away from that. Is it gonna force me to get Regi? Because that's not my goal. Is it turn on everything that isn't? Proceeds to put in the same pattern again. This is gonna be agonizing for me to watch back in post. I'm having feelings of immense stupidity. Like, should I be thinking vertically instead? In which case... get rid of those 2? Is that it? That looks a bit Croatish. Croatian. No? Okay, well, can't fault me for trying. How about that way? Because I'm currently looking at it sideways. I'm assuming the entire room will react when I do something correct. So, that's what I'm holding on to. Do I need to have all the Regis in my party as well, for that matter? Because if so, damn. I will just have to do that, I guess. I mean, that might not even be a requirement. I might be reading too much into it. I just wanted to have my party with me while I solved the mystery. Oh. How about now? Right, light up everything and interact with you. Nothing? Nothing. Okay, one more time. One more time, I say. It's a foot. I just need to draw a foot. I just need to draw a foot. I am making this harder than it needs to be. See, that, to me, looks sufficiently footy. Well, I don't want to get Regi, but if I did that... You see, that, to me, if I can just adapt from that, that should be the correct answer. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. Nyeh. But I am gonna kick myself so many years when I do finally get this. Because, like, is it not that? Can I spin? Will that help? What about if I do the opposite? Oh, Regi Drago, why must you be so infuriating? It should be like that, or like this, maybe? Like if I just turn that one on, he says, missing it several times, And then turn this one on. That should be correct. Why isn't it? I shall camp with them. Maybe they can give me the answers I seek. Also, hi Caesar. How you doing with your fancy new body? And there are the Regis. And where's Fwoofy? There you are. You're a precious little troublemaker. You have nothing to do with what's going on here, but you're precious nonetheless. And my main excuse for doing this is just I demand curry to pass the time. Right, what do we have that would pair well with what we have? Not as many ingredients as I thought we had. Well, fine. Bread it is, then. If its dry flavour brings out the sweetness of other things, then I'll put coconut milk in, and then just a pile of meekleberries. And then we will fan them, and it will be fantastic. Just put a load of beans in there, because that's what mickleberries look like. I think I had a dream about fanning some flames whilst making curry in Pokemon as well, but I forget the specifics of it, because everything was overwritten by the lost episode of Father Ted in my brain. Well, it's sparkling, so that's promising. There we go, that's the good. And then we stir, and yes, I'm using motion controls. I'm using motion controls. Yeah, go around, go around, go around and around. Make the curry rotate! Ooh! And then for good measure, I use the button controls to throw the heart in, because like motion controls are good for like ongoing motion actions, but they don't substitute for a button press, in my opinion. Well, it's has anyone noticed Kate's glittering? Munch. I made food and it pleases the ice cream. And it was still only Copperajah class despite my best efforts. Ugh. Hey Caesar, how you feeling in your new body? Oh, hi Regi Steele. I know you want to be part of the business. The family business. That just gives me a good look at their respective faces, just to see if that inspires anything in the space between where my legs should be. It did not. I feel so stupid. Why am I struggling with this? Literally why? Yeah, just have a 3 and a 2 and a 1. And then wait, a 3 and a 2. Yeah. I think I get it now. I think I get it now. I think I get it now. I have a 3 and then a 2. There we go! God! Crimpus! Ah. Okay, so you're not locked in until you actually indicate your proselytization. Because clearly that's the correct word here. Right, you three, get back in your barrel. And Polly, return to the family. Mickey, return to the family. And Jeremy, for the time being, we just want Fwoofy to evolve to complete our poked dex, if indeed it even counts as a Pokédexable. Right then. Draconic, okay. They want to make it really clear. Yes, I want the Durg. Zagd. By all accounts, disappointingly designed simply because it's a floaty. And the powers that be wished for it to be heavier. And by that, I'm talking about Heather on Stevia, who could be in this Discord call, but she isn't. Okay, I've learned from Regi Steele. You wanna come play with the boys? And by that I mean BOI, gender neutral term. You wanna come do Apparently so. Well, that was anticlimactic. After all of that, and I mean all of that, I see. So that's how it is. Look at this fucking orb. Oh, it actually is the dragon orb. Well, that sure did just happen. Well. So I guess that's it for this entire side quest. Well, okay then. I should have a much less difficult time of it in S.H.I.E.L.D. now that I fully understand. Now that I have survived the Bingus. No Bingus! And by all rights, I should check in with Sonia as well. You know, Miss Sonia! To tell her that I've found 2 of the 3 children, but I think I'll save that for last because I don't have anything on Terrakion so far. And in fact... Yeah, no, I do have all the Cavalier, don't I? Anyway, Legendary Giants. I got Regidrago. Yeah. A strong pinch. You were doing so well. We don't say clothes pin in British English. They're clothes pegs, which is 2 words. So, you see, they were doing so well with nailing the British English vibes, but then they fucked it up. I did it. I got the big boys, B-O-I. Yeah, adventure hints, sure. Tell me about the birds. Okay, so something will happen if we go to the tree. Good. That is a thing that I will do. But before I do that, I'm gonna take a Diglett break. Because you can't stop me, to be completely honest. Right, so Insular Sea is up there. So there's 3 to find at the challenge beach and at least 2 in the Insular Sea. So let's make some progress with that, shall we? I'll find 5 and then save the other 5 for the inevitable next stream. And come to think of it, the next stream might be the last one of Sword. And I'm the only person who's even remotely sad about that. Y'all will be glad to see the back of it, I'm sure, because... Well, I'm thinking of one specific person on the Discord server here who can't stand it. Who can't stand it when I play the same thing more than once. You know who you are. And hooray for lasting psychological damage caused by friendly banter. Okay. There's 2 more to find in this vicinity, and there's one of them. This is instantly going so much better than last night. Not last night, well, I rewatched it yesterday, so that's why it's fresh in my head. Ah, a Lopunny. You could probably kick me and step on me, and I would object, but some people would be into it. And since we're here, I'd want to check in at Loop Lagoon as well, just in case. I want a Larvesta, because I took photos of a Volcarona in new Pokemon Snap, so clearly it's a sign that Volcarona has resumed availability. Are you here? Hello? Avoiding everything. And then, I don't like your name because what sense does it move? But again, it's something that I found in new Pokemon Snap. I barely saw that. I was just spamming the A button in vague hopes. So there we go. We are done with the challenge beach, unless it just told me that I wasn't, but I had 3 to find and I found all 3, so, yeah, no. Wait, are we even near Loop Lagoon? I feel like yes, but not the way I'm yeah, it's down there. And that's the Stepping Stone Sea, and I want to say it's the Honeycomb Sea that we're missing stuff on as well as the Insular Sea, so never mind. Never mind, dearie, the throne room's this way. Does anyone remember those books, or is it just me? Why is it randomly dark? It's 3:45 in the eve to morning noon. Anyway, there's this sort of inroad here. Yep, sure enough, I haven't been here in Sword. I found it in Shield, and apparently not in Sword. Ooh, try attack. You can try to attack. Clearly it's got nothing to do with the fact that it's just an attack that uses 3 elements. The fiery, the icy, and the electricy. It's tricky. It's electricky. It will bamboozle you with zaps. Whose beach is that? I think that might be the Training Lowlands, actually. The Alolan Lowlands. And I think that's the other place where we're... where we're missing some Diglets, so... I might as well just clean up the whole bunch if I'm doing this well. Last words spoken before disaster. Just wait for this Sharpie-Doo to get the fresh hell out of the way. That's another one that appeared in new Pokemon Snap lately. Because I've been playing video games. There's another fucker. Well, I'm gonna hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker with another motherfucker with another motherfucker. Infinite stacks of hitting people with people. Come on, people. Let's all be people now, people. I thought I saw something under the water. It was just a smudge on my TV screen. Right, where's the next nearest island? Over yonder? Or is that what I'm currently amongst and the map is just terrible at conveying this? Oh, a Seadra. A load of feathers. And I repeat, covered bridges. Don't think there's anything to be happen over here. Yep, there's an invisible wall. So that sort of narrows down our search pantry by a little bit. And luckily Honeycomb Island does count as its own separate thing for the purposes of Diglett hunting. So we don't have to worry about that. I can pull the camera out. We can have a fantastic time. And I can get some feathers. And it bothers me that I can't use these on my Pokemon. Because it's like, oh, it won't have any effect. Like, well, we'll poo you then. In the words of someone I used to go to high school with. That was just his random catchphrase for a little while. But purely for meme purposes. Okay, fine. If you're going to accost me, then I will lead with Polly because she can put the foot in your face. This is just the foot stream. Everything is feet. Oh yeah, that's the thing I was going to mention. The peace symbol, you know the one. As a child, I always described it as the chicken foot symbol because it looks like a chicken's footprint. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. We're all crazy. You decide. We're all crazy. Love wins. Fwoofy, are you going to evolve sometime soon? Apparently not. Well, odds are good that the Diglett we're missing is on that island over yonder. Give me the goods! And I'm already very much aware that your prize for finding all the Diglets is getting an Alolan Diglett of your own, and that's it. I don't even like Alolan Dugtrio. Like, a combination of oversaturation of them in the Gen 7 games, and also, oh, this is the Insular Sea. Oops. Well, we're looking for Diglets here as well, so it's fine. Like, I'm not a fan of how their hair looks, but I do understand its cultural significance, so I can only complain so far. Get bonked on land. There you go. I would say odds are good that the two that I'm missing are on this island. We'll have to return to the Honeycomb Sea forthwith. I think, discounting the Crown Tundra, this is a really good place to grind mints as well. Yes, grind the mints into dust. No, but like, there's at least one sparkly patch that's guaranteed to be a mint, I want to say, and then there's a couple more that can be, but aren't always. So if you care muchly about EV training and all that stuff that I don't fully understand, then this is the place to do it. Oh, a dragon scale. Here's a Diggy fresh friendo. Alexiv in Diglett form because Digleyev. Modest mint, there you go. At this point, I'm spamming the A button more for the benefit of if I come across a random patch of free item. I've come down with a dreadful case of free. Sounds like a problem for the American healthcare system. Ah, pomegranate berry. Those are good for spicying things, I think, because pomegranates are famous for being spicy. Now, until proven otherwise, I'm going to insist that the last Diglett is on this island. And we will be here for 80 years before I finally acknowledge that I was wrong. Oh, another mint. Didn't even register on my head that I picked up a mint there until I saw, if a Pokemon smells this mint, oh, it's a mint. Oh, rare candy. And on one hand, they are so much more common in this game than they were in previous generations. Rare candies, that is. But then again, sort of the way that one trains Pokemon has itself evolved over the years. So rare candies are sort of, they're not the instant free level up they used to be. I mean, they are, but like the implications of using one is different now. Partly because of like the EV, IV, whatever sort of ripple effects, but also because if you have a Pokemon that's at level 100 but it's not fully evolved, as of Gen 8 you can give it a rare candy and that will make it evolve even though it's no longer able to level up. So, to my knowledge, this applies to every Pokemon in the known universe that can evolve apart from Inkay. Because I don't think giving it a rare candy whilst holding your system upside down counts as, because Inkay evolves when leveling up when you're holding your system upside down, whether that's a 3DS in the cases of Gen 6 and 7, or the entire Switch in Gen 8, which also means, incidentally, that you can't evolve Inkay if you're playing in docked mode on a Switch. So we have that. You know, C inversion in the hole. Nope. Haha. The Jukes and the Bonkings. Oh, so Gyarados, hello. Why are you aggressive? The pizza is aggressive. Well, I don't need one. So you can find your left leg. And in fact, out of spite, I will attack you because you're quad weak to electric and Fwoofy needs levels. And I could just give Fwoofy a bunch of candies, but no. I'm gonna do it authentic-like. Yeah, get criticality. Spin the wheel of criticality. Wasn't even enough for a level up. Anyway. Oh, that's a horsey. I thought, oh, that's a weird coloured tentacle. Turns out it's because it's not a tentacle. See, why is it dark here? Who invited the dark? Who's stealing the brown? I was hoping I could get that Sharpie-Doo to trip itself up on another Pokemon, but it could not happen. And so Honeycomb Island itself counts separately from the Honeycomb Sea. But the thing is, apart from that one inlet that I explored, nowhere else really counts. Is that like, but where else can it be? Because the last Diglett can't be on this island because this counts as Honeycomb Island. Maybe that island over there, but I'm fairly sure I already checked that. You bastard over there, you waited for me to get into the water just specifically so you could start chasing me. Such a nuisance. Get bonked. Haha. The maddest of strategies. Maybe it's on this island and I just didn't see it somehow. Pictured here, an island. Well, I suppose it is that. It's an islet. It's the islets of Langerhans. I don't remember where those are. They're like in the ear or something. Does this count? Or does this count as the training lowlands? I think it's the latter. It is. That's fine, we're missing 2 here as well. And I'm fairly sure I've thoroughly checked over here, so that's not an issue. This appears to be clear. Maybe up here? Probably not, though. And in fact, it wasn't. Then we're back to the standard jam. Like blackberry jam on my PBJ. Gonna stuff it in my face that I'm gonna go ham on a creme brulee and a big greasy steak. It's a piece of cake for dessert. Chocolate icing on my shirt. Calorie killer. Vanilla ice cream gonna make my taste buds sing again. Like, psych, bitch, don't make me cover this chicken and rice in gravy. I'll stop now. Ooh, oh. Why are you here? New heights of pink. Hi. I have been judged. I thought maybe I could battle you, but no, you're just standing there being moody, unless I just have to speak to you twice, which was, why I struggled to buy carrot seeds last time I streamed, because you just had to speak to the guy twice, and I thought you could speak to him once and he'd sell you carrot seeds, and like, nope, you have to speak to him twice, because the first time is just him letting you know that he does sell carrot seeds. I thought, oh, I sell carrot seeds, but you can't afford them, but that's not how it works at all. And so we're back to the bullshit like it was in the soothing wetlands. What are you? Oh, you're a lillipup. I have no need of you. I have found myself thinking, in recent days as well, that even though I sort of have this affinity for psychic and dark types, like, if I had the choice, if I were a gym leader, I would be a dark type gym leader, but I would choose to be a psychic type gym leader because that's more on brand for me. And as of recent years, poison has become my third choice if I were to be a gym leader. But having said all of this, and like specifically how psychic and dark best reflects my brand, I feel like if I were to be transformed into a Pokemon, based on my personality and all that, I would probably become a low-key Toxtricity. And my main thinking of that is like the face masks and face coverings that I wear in my daily life are sort of this shade of grey, and like the shape they are and the way they cover my face makes me think that like when I'm standing waiting for a bus and I just sort of look down my nose at the world, I look an awful lot like that meme of the Toxtricity going, pathetic. And yep, that suits me quite well, actually, thank you. So Testricity. And of course, low-key, because I am anything but amped about anything ever. Diglett, where are you? I said this would take multiple viewings of places. I was expecting it to take 3 streams, but now we're 2 Digletts away from absolute completion. So I may as well finish what I have startled. Yes, I will spook you and then finish spooking you. Or finish what I've startled. Well, maybe I should try the higher parts of the lowlands then. Because this counts as well. Everything between here and the stairs and the cave and the forest, it all counts. There we go. Did not even see it, I was just spamming the A button strategically. I was burning the clothespin anemone. As previously stated, we don't say clothespin in British English. I'm quoting something else, in case you're about to turn around like, oh, well if you don't say clothespin, why did you just say it? Because I was quoting something. Why is it dark? That makes it hard to find. Maybe over here. Maybe there's another inlet that I've forgotten about. There isn't, because there's an invisible wall. And the sea out here making me feel like a fool. I fool so foolish. Anyway, my plans going forward for this stream. I'm going to find the last Diglett if it's the third thing I do. I'm going to cash it in. I'm going to cash in on Christmas. And then probably find the start of the owl quest. The owl quest. The bird adventure mission in the Crown Tundra, and then, like, call it a day there, I think? With the asterisk that I'm gonna pop by Stow on side briefly to, do the dailies there and see what the evolution of the day is at the Lake of Severe Anger Issues. Why, yes, that is officially what it's called, don't at me. And yeah, I already mentioned, didn't I, that the prize for doing this is just getting an Alolan Diglett. But to be fair, this quest is more rewarding than I initially thought it was, because when I first found out about this quest, I thought it was straight up just find 151 Digletts and your prize is a Diglett. I was not aware that there are other prizes along the way. That is to say, you get a bunch of Alolan Pokemon, including one Alolan starter, and 2? Really? Well, screw all y'all, I'm just gonna stand here, wait for you both to bonk, and then go on my merry little way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come at me with your stupid boopy... A third! A third one! Now they're just caught in an infinite loop of sporting, and leading a loop of people. Well, where the hell is this third Diglett, then? Well, it turns out that actually I misnumbered the entire time, and I've actually already found it. See, failing there just being an island that I've not seen yet, because like that over there, that counts as the Insular Sea, which probably derives from the Latin word insula, like the same as English but without the R, which just means island. Like how in Dragon Quest XI, all of the outlying islands in that are called, like... Basically, they're named in Latin. It's like Insula Occidentalis, which means Western Island, and Insula Incognita, the unknown island. We get jumped by a shark. Polly goes up to it like, sniff? You smell like an angry fish. Mickey, meanwhile, is like sort of at a distance, like, Polly, don't anger the shark. I care too much about your ass. But in a non-sexual way, because he's like an elder brother figure. He is a caring taker. He takes the care out of it. He cares so she doesn't have to. Now, is there another one that's like a... Okay, hadn't meant to do that, but sure. This is what I get. This is my hubris for spamming day button. Ooh, a wishy and or washy. Do I have one of those? I might not. Ooh, and it's school positive. It believes in the ability to have an education. You know, because clearly, school and school mean the same thing. Takes a drink of your food. Do you think when a wishy-washy enters its schooling form, its pronouns become they, them? Or do they not want us to acknowledge the fact that there is more than one of them? Have a netball, then. I have plenty of them. Yeah. 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 Now, if only I could remember the names of literally anyone from Dimol. Because there's multiple of them, is literally the only joke there. In that case, Namanya. Because part of a group, and again, that's the entire everything of the reference there. It's just... No man, yeah, is a group. There it is. Found it. I found all of the ones that every are ever actually, thank you, very kind. Sentences with Tess. And we just need to cash it in, get a free child in exchange, and then liberate the libertarians. Yahaha, I have them all. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, I'm good at life, actually. Dispec. Together. D. What do you care? You got 150 spares. What was her name? I forget if... oh, it's a he, so I can't. I forget if there's an S at the end of his name, but I'm thinking of the guy who's been in Supernova a whole bunch of times. Because my thinking is literally just, well, we had to work really hard to get this one Diglett. So name him after a Eurovision artist who's tried really hard to get where he is. Which is to say, Edgar Krelis? I can't pronounce Latvian. He's been in Supernova a whole bunch of times. Unsuccessfully so far, but, you know, positive thinking. Today's bargain, cracked pot. I have no need. Call me back when you get a chipped pot. I don't want my cannabis intact. Yes, take my mushroom. Thank you. The next step will be to go to the Hills of Hammerlock so I can go to the Lake of Outrage just to be inevitably disappointed by the evolution that's there. Just, I want to complete the Pokédex vis-a-vis evolutions, if nothing else. Really loud car outside, because fuck you. Oh, clink-clang. Clink-clang, snattery-dang. Kangaroo, boogaloo, didgeridoo. I are an songwriter. Seeking. The things. The things, you know. I'm guessing Glaceon? Well, who's best with ice then? I'm feeling Caesar for the time being, just to show off his new capabilities. Beautiful. You are absolutely right. Look at that face. Cute, confident. We stan a Glaceon. Oh, don't want to Master Ball this. We want to Quick Its Ball. It being a female most likely doesn't have balls. Because, you know, I don't need to explain the joke here. Some women do have balls, and that's acceptable too. Why have I... Of all the rabbit holes to go down, why this? Well, anyway. Well, I'm captivated, and I'm actually sweltering, so, fuck you. Okay, who's cool? Tanya Mikhailova from Estonia 2014. At this point, I most likely have like redundant names. Well, not redundant, but like I've probably used the same name more than once by now. Since we're in the area, I also want to nip over to the Field O'Bridges just to harass the digging duo, because in Shield, I'm really hurting for Pokemon fossils, or specifically, I believe there are 4 types of fossils. What are you? Oh, you're a Baltoy. I keep getting loads of 3 kinds, and never any of the 4th kind, and so that's making me worry about, oh, maybe I should stock up on all 4 kinds in Sword. So here we are. I'll give one whirly-durly on both. And then... Oh, I want to show off that sometimes they can get a second wind of energy as well. Dig for me. 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 Dig. Fan for me. Shablam for me. I don't get why you'd say no. Because, like, you don't lose anything when he runs out. Am I crazy? I may be crazy, don't mind me. Anyway. Back down south. We'll find our way to the tree. And then I guess online banking. Well, that was easy. We found the tree. Well, we've not actually reached the tree yet, but we're approaching it. It looks larger than ever before. I should probably go upstream, downstream, on the stream. Ah, if only there was some way to upgrade the recharge time on the boost hoost of the bike. Oh, what's here? Anything? Oh, hey, it says you can actually keep up with me now. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Oh. Well, that was charming. Okay. Hi, Caesar. Caesar pours a tin of gloop out of his ear. Well, I suppose that wasn't really an ear belly bit. Okay. I'm going to step right in and say that's a redundant name right out of the gate, simply because a mere is a body of water. So, is it a mere or is it a lake? It's like when people erroneously speak of Lake Windermere. It's a mere. It's Windermere. Oi, oi, oi. Well, anyway, this is new and unbroken territory, so... What are you?
Oh, it's a baby. It's a poor baby.
Okay, so that's that tree over there. Oh, Corviknight. Well, why not? So there's babies, there's a Boltund, go away. I'm not here to play with you. Nido, Queen. Could be king, could be queen, we can't tell from this distance. What are you? Oh, more Eldifleur. Yeah, Gossifleur as opposed to Eldegoss. Somehow rolled them together and got it as wrong as possible. Aaron, I love them. A Quave. Because in Spanish, cave is cueva. Dora the Explorer. Everything's here. Bats and bugs and babies. Oh my. Oh, it's another Aron. Or maybe the same Aron. I don't know. For some reason, from a distance, I thought it was a Klefki. I was right about one of its types. Oh, fuckle, it's a Shuckle. Fun fact, in Pokemon Shield, I caught a Shuckle and named it Opha. Like, O with a line over it, F-A. Because, oh, fuckle, it's a Shuckle. I've lost the tree, he says, going in exactly the wrong direction. Indeedy. Cottony. Substitute. Boo! I'm reminded of the tweet where someone was talking about that time that they were to... I didn't even see that, but go off. Oh, those are very heavy tracks. Someone was at a planetarium and recounting how they showed the Earth and then someone booed. Like, fair. Okay. What do you want me to do with this information? You doing okay there, Caesar? Oh, you're reacting to the fact that I whistled. Cute. Anyway, I saw some tracks. So maybe there will be more around here, and I just need to observe now that I'm looking... Now that I know that I'm looking, rather, for very heavy footprints. I've been accosted by a child! He's so cute. I do have a fondness for dinosaurs like this. Get into this orb. You will come with me whether you want to or knife. Whether you want to or knife. Yay, Succeedment. Succeedmont, California. Now, who should I name? Oh. Royal Heir. Who do you think you aren't? Oh, there's not enough space to call it Wailing Steve. But I can call it Wacky Thumpo. You know, after one of the members of Hatari. Because I gave them jovial nicknames. For those who don't remember that. And for those who do. Another Boltund, why not? Hey, Tyrantrum, I just stole one of your children. What are you going to do about it? I will shake this tree! I've completely lost sight of the tree I'm actually looking for, by the way. Well, that's okay, because I'm currently dicking around and exploring. In which we fuck about and find out. How is that my first Pippi up in the entire... These were not here before. But yes, whose voice am I meant to be spreading? Am I supposed to get Camaro's mask by coming here in the middle of the night? This is Zonus! Again, with references to games I've not actually personally played. Barely saw that. I wonder how many of these I've missed just because they blend in with the shadows. Yeah, unless we have like a sudden sort of bombardment of Terrakion footprints, I'm probably not going to obsess over finding it in this stream. But I'll pick up the ones that I do see. Because I'm probably actually going to do the obtainment of these Pokemon in the next one.
Oh, over-enthusiastic puppy!
Don't even step to Caesar now that he's achieved his final form. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm level 70, fuck you! I said we're leaving! You kidding me? Well, fine, if you want to die that badly, then perish. Hello, Mr. Obama? Just preemptively making the earthquake noise, yeah. Get the fuck you over enthusiastic prack. I can't do accents, they are my undoing. Hey, Floofy, you gonna evolve anytime soon? Ah, more footed prints. Give me the bitch, boys. Give me the feetsty, boys. I don't even like feet. They look like toes look like mushrooms the longer you look at them. Caesar is tiny! Tiny Caesar! That was precious. Well, long and short of it is, fuck all y'all, I'm enjoying myself. Ooh, there's almost definitely stuff to be found down there. On that island down to the yonder. Oh, more feet. Which sounds almost like morphine. What's down there? What are you? You a sign? There's an Eevee. I could steal an Eevee and make some of my own. Ah, more fields. Na, fields of gold, or whatever. Would I legally be able to plant carrots here? Ooh, a bottle cap. Oh, I was trying to read the sign, but sure. I see. And another grumpy child, except this time we slipped by, undetected.
Things would go by so much quicker if I didn't bother shaking trees.
All that for a Magoberry, or a Margotberry, or a Margot Robbie. Or Emma Magorobi, because she's named after the Emma from, not from Doctor Who, from Harry Potter, and also her surname is Margot Robbie, because she's named after Margot Robbie. In case anyone cared about the naming etymologies of Super Danganronpa Another 2. I don't know why I specifically know that and none of the others. Well, like name etymology-wise, I mean. Well, the TV cut out for half a second there, so that was totally not at all very, very concerning. I just kept running, because I was in the process of running away from an angry child. And hey, despite my concerns, this whole footprint tracking thing is actually not as difficult as I thought it would be. I mean, I say that. I know. I'm still missing just over half of Terrakion's footprints, but you know, we've also got almost half of them. So, you know, what are you gonna do? Can't actually get in there, huh? See, these little sort of mini ruin places actually remind me a whole bunch of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I don't like that game. And yet, I might stream it at some point just to prove beyond a shadow of a shake of a doubt that I have given it a fair shot and I don't like it. And hey, whoa, lesbians in deck chairs! Because we're halfway there. 52. Keep verging on the peppy voice, which I legally can't actually do. Well, legally I can try. And screw it, I'm done with trees now. My focus is entirely on printing. The printing press was invented by Sir Michael Printing Press when he wanted to plate... No, that's not true. It's actually that soup was invented in 1927 by John Soup when he wanted to drink a chicken. Again, just broadcasting humour from elsewhere on the internet. Just finding everything all at once. Anything else around here? Nope, just a Bolton that really needs to learn about personal space. More prints. Toe prints. Anything else around here? Oh fuckle, another shuckle. Here it comes, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them tougher than leather. Toe prints! But the real data we need to gather is, do the sword Pokemon have toe beans? Which reminds me of the Tumblr post. Do werewolves have toe beans? Yeah, what else would you suck on? If there is a god, truly it is a trickster, for have to given me the blessing of the ability to see, and yet cursed me with having seen this. I thought you were footprints, and you weren't. You've swindled me. I'm going to take you to prison court. And then you'll go to double hell. I do severely hunger now. Fresh hell is this? Well, we found the pop. What do you want me to do with it? You want to join in here, Caesar? You want to get in on this action? No? Okay. I could camp here, but I feel like nothing would come of it. Hi. How's your face? Okay. Well, now I feel enthused about finding the footprints because we made it at an startling amount of progress. And we're still nowhere near the tree. Like, we're in the general vicinity of the tree, but I have completely lost track of it. So the party was going great. Okay, I think I know where we are again now. Hi, not Greta. In fact, I don't even have Greta with me at the moment, because she's graciously forsaken her place on the team so that Fwoofy can gain some levels. Ah, there's some prints down there. But are there any up here? Such that I don't waste all too many's of my time. Perhaps here. No, but there is something. Not anything I'll get particular usage out of, mind you, but hey, it's always fun to hoard items. Up, more feet. 86. Okay, we are doing obsequiously well. I forget what that word means. At this point, I'm just spamming the A button so hard. Really? Did not even see that. Spamming the A button so hard that I'm not even seeing half the things I'm picking up. I know a lot of them are Galarica twigs. Oh, we really did just breeze through getting all this evidence, huh? Well, I know where one of the last two is. Okay. Wait. But... oh! There was more than 100% to find. Oh, I feel slightly less special now. Boo. Well, whatever. I will make my way to the tree, and then we will call it a day. Not, well, I say we, there's no one actually here apart from myself. But, you know... sometimes people don't think it is how it be, but it do. Okay, so the tree's over there. This time, Tess, keep your eyes on the prize. It was just walk-toable the whole fucking time. Okay. Thumbnail for next time, perhaps? Don't mind me spamming various thumbnail buttons. Now, I think Heather on Stevia has taken issue with the legendary birds before. Hi. In that their Galarian forms, their names don't make a fat lot of sense. Like you can tell they've tried much too hard to sort of retrofit them. Because like, oh, Articuno, well, it's called that because it's so evil it will freeze you in place, but not with literal ice. And like, oh, Zapdos, it kicks you so hard it feels like electricity. You know, it's that kind of like, oh, excuses. Am I going to have to track them as well? They are pretty, though. I do like them, and it's an interesting idea to not only suggest that there's more than one of each legendary out there, but that the legendaries themselves can have regional forms. It's an interesting reimagining. I'll give it credit where kudos are due. He burped. Dodgy bird Pokemon. Oh. A legendary tree of a legendary 3. Peony, you are terrible at names. So that's going to be a fun thing to worry about in the next stream. And actually, I say next stream might be the last one. I don't know how long the bird quest goes on for, but I know that there are other quests besides the bird quest, and we have the legendary cross your swords and hope for your pants to poke. Like I've already forgotten what I was saying. But we've got at least 2 legendary trios to deal with next time. Why would I do that? I just wanted to pick up this, which clearly isn't worth my time. Anyway, sure, I'll give it a shake, see what happens. Because clearly, I'm strong enough to do that. I will just keep pushing. Keep pushing! Well, the screen just went black. Was that just my TV being a time? Or did something actually happen in the game? Well, the fact that the camera keeps pulling in makes... Oh? Really? Oh, okay. Did I invite this to happen? Huh. Okay. Sure. Fine. Do I get a special prize for this? Is it a Gigantamax Greedent? It's not, there's no such thing. Well, fuck it. 30, 30, 90, 30. Same type attack bonus, yeah! Well, this is one way to round out the stream, I suppose. And it's a Greedent, so it is definitely round. Now, pardon me while I take a drink of my food, and by that I mean take a drink of my drink. It's slightly warm because it's been sitting in a warm room for 2.5 hours. Let me guess. Oh, it's a taxi getting desperate. It's gonna waste your time. No? Oh, that was just a shit choice of move then. Okay then! Sorry I asked! The fuck just happened? Fine! So what, is this just the legendary level 1000 Greedent that doesn't let you exist every time? Fine. Same type attack bonus, and also has an ability that boosts the power of sound-based moves. And, I mean, was that necessary? Behold, the Greedent that kicks your ass. I mean, I have the means of... we can rebuild them. We have revives. As long as it doesn't, like, kick me out after 4 faints, because, I mean, you know. What's colder than coldy freeze? Really cold. Get frozen for my own benefit. Please. 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 Greedent must recharge. I forgot about that part. Well, then maybe this time you'll freeze, so I won't have to suffer. Because I know that Dynamax Pokemon can get status afflictions, but it's usually like poison, burn, paralysis. I mean, there's no reason why it should be immune to freeze. Oh, dang. An actual follower during this stream that nobody's attending. Cool beans. Okay, so we're suffering. Cool. I guess risk everything on one biscuit in the form of double edge, which I want to say is, yeah, 120. It has recoil damage, but I mean, if he's gonna try and murder us anyway, then might as well go ham. Oh, of course you have a fruit. What the hell is this battery? Just for good measure, murdering me in the face. Oh, thank you, Mickey. And the weirdness is gone. Yeah, no, it's really only worth my time to just keep spamming double edge, because it's my most powerful move. Yeah, crit that hit. How is my day? It could be better, considering that nobody has bothered turning up to the stream, but it's fine. This is a different time from when I usually stream, but if all goes well, then I might make this be a regular. So, like, I might stream on Fridays and on Sundays. We will see how it goes. As for how the game's going, I'm having my ass handed to me by a very large squirrel. So, you know, the huge. How's your day going? I mean, it sounds like I'm taking the piss, but I mean, sure, I'm down to make conversation. Jeremy, how is it that all of your attacks are less than 100 damage each? Or, like, base power, at least. And Jeremy, why don't you reel? Okay, Floofy. I'll send you out, but you're only here so that I can try to... Wait, can I even use items? I can. Good. Not really worth using a max revive, because... It seems to kill everything in one hit anyway, so... Might as well just use 2 separate revives on 2 separate friends. Might as well have Polly and Mickey, the platonic power couple, because they have the most powerful attacks available to hand. And hey, if I actually dedicate some time to doing healings, then we might yet pull through this, weirdly. I wasn't expecting this to be this difficult. I didn't even expect to be able to shake the tree in the first place. Clearly I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Yeah, fuck it, Boom Burst then, because it has high base power, and also Polly has an ability that boosts the power of sound-based moves, so... You don't get to attack, you already did the thing. Yeah. Fine, Revenge of Mickey. Except, unless I'm confident I can take it out in one attack, and I definitely cannot at this point, I'm going to have to spend some turns healing people. So I'll start with Cesar, because he's probably about to kill me. Ah, good, Giga Impact. That'll give me a chance to do 2 separate healies, which means we can yet make a profit of alive. I mean, I know I had a bit of hubris going into this, but still. Nope, don't fight. We want to use a revive. We want Polly to live because she's kind of our best hope at this point. You need to recharge. You can't do that. So rude. And... revive Urius, just in case I can get like a freeze hack on or something. Oh, use Giga Impact so you have to recharge.
And Cesar, would it kill you to hold on with 1 HP just in case?
Yeah, come on, Polly, let's go. Let's grind our way through this. Get boomed. Haha! We're actually nearly there. Ah, it was a crit though.
Please, Polly, hold on with 1 HP. You can do this.
Now this is a tricky part. Do I attack with Urius in the hopes that it's enough? Or do I play it safe and heal? Because as it is, I wasn't expecting this to actually let me attack with more than 1 Pokemon. And actually, no, I'll use a max revive. Just in case. Polly, you delightful stinky lizard, I'm pinning every last one of my hopes on you, except for this particular hope that I'm giving to Urius, because he could turn it all around. He could jump down and turn around and pluck, like, bees from in between the fibers of your tail. Fuck you, Greedent. I'm going to catch you just out of spite. If it lets me. It didn't let me. Well, fuck you. 30 are... Huh. Staffberry, hell yeah. I mean, they're not especially, like... I don't think they're good for much, but they're aesthetically gorgeous. So yeah, that sure did just happen. I think. On that note, I suppose I'll call it a day. Oh boy. Okay, so we can fly back there. That's cool and good. Now, I'm not 100% sure of where Articuno went, but I'm guessing probably the shrine where the whole Calyrex deal happened. But those are worries for another day. First of all, restore my Pokemon because damn! And then, I guess, save and turn down for the evening. Except it's 20 to 5, but still. I'm going to save twice because a lot happened and I don't trust. I never trust. So, that being done, and all of the mysteries having been Grobaned. Well, none of the mysteries were Grobaned, actually. Also, hi. Yeah, as previously stated, this has been a stream. My chair is loud. And the moment I try to demonstrate how loud the chair is, it makes no sound whatsoever, which is cool and good. Yeah. Have been, will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons. Was this a waste of time? Well, I had fun, and that's what counts. So, good sleep.